welcome into the Ace Ballers Fantasy Football Podcast for the week
something
9? I think it's 9. I wrote down 9 on some of these graphics, so I think it's week 9.
We finished week 9. We're going into week 10.
10.
The bye weeks.
I am your host, Kyle Nicolos. To my left, the human paperclip.
Yes.
Kevin Zerwick. I guess we could call you MacGyver, right? I guess you could be a MacGyver fantasy football, like take like estranged parts that don't like go together, and you like make a team out of it or something. You make a winning team.
Oh, winning team. Oh, I can make a team.
You can make a team out of it.
I don't know about winning, but
I guess that's a fair point because last week was not good for us.
Nah. Didn't go my way. Didn't go your way. It happens. It's all random.
It's all random.
I don't have that.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Our production value.
I have to record that one. I couldn't find it.
Well, welcome in. We have a very special episode today because today is the trade deadline episode. A lot of you guys have been making crazy trades, blowing up the league, changing power changes. Jason's somehow back in the mix. I don't get it.
Sorry, everyone. I couldn't finish him off.
You should have. I'm like, he said finish him off, and I was going to say something about being busted, but let's just go ahead and go into the week 9, what we're doing this week. Same thing we do every week. Our recap, waiver wire, week 9 preview, but we're going to start out with Thursday night football results, because today is Friday, and I should have this up by Friday night, so if you're listening to this, you got 2 days to listen to it. Okay, well, one of us tried to make a strategic play last night. It was I, and I failed miserably.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers against the number 1 worst pass defense in the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders are basically the number 1 matchup you want to do if you have a opposing QB.
Except if it's Thursday night.
But it's Thursday night. See, I like my title is Down the Phillip Rivers. I was being clever.
Very punny. But
what wasn't clever was playing Phillip Rivers, who starts the game off with a pick 6. And then I even screen capped it. I don't know if maybe I'll show it and edit it in later. I was at minus 7.35 points from Phillip Rivers at the end of the first quarter.
It was pretty bad.
Horrible. Well, he didn't dig himself out of the hole. If he didn't actually throw that pick 6, he actually would have had a decent game, like 15 or 16 points. That would have been like an okay game.
Yeah, that's minus 5 points for the pick 6. It's 3 for the turnover and 2 for the fact that it's a pick 6.
Yeah. So lots of bad points for me on that. He also had almost a 3rd interception, or was it a 4th? At the end of the half when he threw an interception,
he had a 3rd interception.
But there was a penalty on the Raiders that saved me and got me a touchdown.
Oh yeah, that was like right at the goal line.
Yep, the goal line. They were in the red zone driving. Austin Eckler had a good game.
Melvin Gordon had a good game.
Melvin Gordon had a great game.
Jacobs scored a touchdown to win the game.
Melvin Gordon looks like Melvin Gordon again from last year.
Finally. It took a few games.
You had Melvin Gordon last year, right?
Oh, I loved him. He was great.
He was great last year. Well,
that's why I tried to steal him from Jason this year, but he just wouldn't give him to me.
Funnily enough, Austin Eckler hasn't gone away either. He's still a good fantasy play.
He was last year too. He had a lot of flex, 8 to 15 range.
Who would you rather have in your fantasy football lineup in terms of the duos? Would you rather have Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler in your lineup, or would you rather have Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray in your lineup?
That's a really good question.
I broke him.
Because I really like Alvin Kamara.
I know.
But I think I would take Gordon and Eckler.
Really?
I think I would.
So many years, it was always like if you had Mark Ingram and you had Alvin Kamara, like you played both of them, and the Saints always like had the fantasy, like they could always support 2 number 1 fantasy backs.
Yeah.
But the Chargers seem to be supporting, like I can't believe Eckler's getting as much touch. He's had like a touchdown in like 4 straight games or something like that. So
yeah,
he's doing good. Yeah.
They like to use him in the passing game.
They do. All right. Well, shall we get into our recap?
Okay.
Here we go. Recap. Did Kyle do it? He did it! Okay. So let's take a look at this. And this is very painful for me. I lost to Braden.
There you go. 11 points, almost.
To be fair, I think I did pick Braden as a winner. Well, actually, it doesn't say. No, it was Thursday night. We tried to do it after Thursday night. We couldn't do it.
Yeah. So this week, we got on top of that.
So now me and Braden have the same record. I got more points, so I'm ahead of him in the standings, and I beat him, I think, earlier in the year.
You played him twice?
I'm pretty sure I played him twice already.
He's not even in your division.
Maybe I haven't played him twice. Maybe I may have just ahead of him on points.
Oh, yeah.
But we were all really, I was scared, right, when I had,
Damian Williams.
Yeah.
Won you that game.
Dude, Damian Williams was like, he had one carry that went 90 yards for a touchdown, and then after that, it was nothing.
Sometimes you got to do that. You got to take away that one big play, take away their biggest play, and see if they still would have had a good game.
So this was the game that I started Kenyon Drake against the 49ers, and that paid off for me. And I kept Kyler Murray on my bench, and he got me 28 points too anyway. But then I flexed out to Matt Stafford, liking his matchup, thinking like even if he got me a few less points, I feel like his floor was very low for that week.
Yeah.
And he got me more points. He got me 3 more points than Kyler Murray would have gotten. So it ended up being like a very good strategical play to keep Kyler Murray off and stream Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Something that backfired for me this week. But we'll go into that later. Godwin, I'm getting a little nervous for Chris Godwin.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Evans is becoming the number one again.
He's coming on. He's coming on strong.
Taking the back seat.
Juju didn't do anything versus Indy, and I was looking for, because I think it was mostly was it Washington? I'm pretty sure it was Washington who actually got the whoever it was. Those people just walking by.
Yeah.
But T.Y. Hilton being out is hurting, and James Conner being out is hurting.
Yeah, and they're out again.
And they're out again. So I'm
on a week when you would really need them.
I know, because I not do well, and Jason's is doing really well. But I will say that
it's all random.
It's all random. And when
Christian
you think
McCaffrey got 38 points.
Yeah. God. Are you coming on my side, Christian McCaffrey, yet? You coming on my side yet?
Yeah, I mean,
he'll be the number 1 pick next year.
We'll see. Not if I got the number 1 pick. Picking a kicker.
Well,
I'm going Rory style.
You could really get the best kicker, best defense, best
quarterback.
Like, you could just stack your team everywhere else.
You'd have a terrible team.
I mean,
the best kicker.
You say that,
gets
but like
12 points every week.
But look at how many players, like receivers, you've picked up off the waiver wire this year who've put up good points for you, or a running back because of injuries. Like maybe
Cortland Sutton, Jordan Howard.
Maybe I just try next year to go best quarterback, go like Patrick Mahomes, the kickers are all random.
I heard about a strategy called RB0. It's basically that don't focus on having to take a running back early if you're late in the, if you have a later pick. Just try and take the best possible player, regardless of position. Yeah. And
no, it's a good strategy.
Find a backup later in the year when someone gets hurt.
Well, that was that game. We'll move along.
Okay.
Not a great game for me. Me and Braden tied with the same record. Yeah. But we got to go with your game against Jason. Oof. Oh, so man.
Close,
so close. Really wait for that. I think it was it Melvin Gordon again who, Melvin Gordon who.
It was really that last throw from, actually both of Dak Prescott's, 40-plus yard touchdowns.
There's scores just in case you can't see it.
Were ridiculous.
They
caught the ball in the middle of the field, and the Giants just decided not to tackle anybody.
That is just so insane. I can't believe.
That happens, though.
Dude, that sucks.
I mean, if you look at all that, 19, 11, 10, 11, 11, 14. I have a lot of double-digit scores.
You do. So, yeah, I mean, that's...
and he's got a 2, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 1. He's got all these low scores, but he had 3 players just really get big games, and it gave it to him.
Jason's got some new players, too, that we're going to have to go over.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that.
But, I mean, look at your projection. I mean, God, man, did Yahoo get that one right or what?
Yeah.
That was pretty close.
Pretty close.
Actually, all the projections were actually pretty close. But, yeah, Jason gets a win, and Jason's still in it.
Mm-hmm.
Jason at 3-6 can still hunt for that last wild card spot, but he has to beat me this week, and he's off to a good start.
That's true.
He is off to a great start. Bailey, on the other hand.
Ooh, he got crushed. He had a good game, too, and he got crushed.
Bailey had a great game. Bailey would have beaten mostly anybody else. Oh, I still have to put up the money results for last week, too, in the chat.
Okay.
But, yeah, Bailey, now that we have 4 games left to play, Bailey officially eliminated. Not officially, I guess, because he could be 6 and 7. I think 6 and 7 is good enough to get in, maybe.
I mean, I'm what, 5th, and I only have 5 wins. So if I lose out and he wins out, he would be ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you'd have to look at the road to
that's
who he'd have
true.
to beat and who he'd need to lose, and it probably wouldn't work out.
Well, Wayne put up the high number point total of the week.
Yeah, he did.
Something I'm glad he didn't do against me the week before. So that's nice. But, man, Dallas' defense put up 33.
Yeah, they did good. They did good against a bad team. They did what they needed to do.
God, Mike Evans, man. Evans.
And, no, not even Evans. He also had Tyler Lockett. It was the same game. Look at their catches. Tyler Lockett, 13 receptions. Mike Evans, 12 receptions.
Jeez.
That's craziness.
That's pretty insane.
That's a lot of points from just catching the ball.
Yeah. Holy crap. 13 receptions, dude.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
152 yards,
Just
2 touchdowns.
The points on receptions beats Juju Smith-Schuster total game total.
Yeah, I know.
But Bailey, I mean...
You put up a valiant effort.
He put up a valiant effort. It's just
it looks like you're just...
I'm wondering if by the end of the year, Bailey will have had the hardest schedule.
That's not going to help. Like that's a tough one right there to add to his points against.
Kenny versus Michael.
Was this the low score of the week?
This was Michael had the low score of the week. Man, Michael just not putting points up.
Well, I guess Jacoby Brissett got hurt early in that game, so...
Yeah, I know he did. Well, that affected a lot of that game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still like a close game. Like 24-26. But you had, Brady. I mean, this is just part of the Patriots, the way they go. Like, you just don't know who's going to have the game that week. It could be quarterbacks. It could be receivers. It could be the running back. It could be the defense, which has been a lot this year. And Mohamed Sanu, surprisingly, 10 catches for 81 yards. So, is Mohamed Sanu now, in your mind, a wide receiver 1?
What do you mean from here on out?
From here on out. From here on out.
I don't know. Their defense is so good that they're not going to be in a lot of pass-heavy games.
But
I think he's going to be a solid wide receiver 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much they're going to need to get those huge.
No, it's
big
true.
Games,
I
they'll have some good games.
I tend to agree with that, and we see it a lot from the Patriots that when they get a new weapon, they force feed that weapon a lot. Like you saw it with Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
You saw it with Josh Gordon when he got there that they force fed him. They wanted to, I think he had a 30-yard touchdown in his debut. They make sure those guys get involved. But Mohamed Sanu looked really good out there, despite playing against Baltimore's like freaking Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Which, good start on Lamar Jackson, by the way. That was confidence to start him. I think I would have benched him and tried to stream that week.
I was considering it all week, and I was like, nah, you got me here. I'm going to ride it out. This is their first test. Let's see how it goes.
But, that's great. Kittle, solid. James White, always freaking solid.
Yeah.
James White is just
doing it.
Consistent.
He just keeps getting points.
I do not know how, because that dude gets 5 carries a game, but he's always catching the ball out of the backfield, especially in games like this. And this is what bodes well for Kendrick going forward. The Patriots' schedule gets tougher.
That's true.
James White is a pass-catching back. They might have to throw the ball more, and
I guess that also goes for Sanu as well.
And it goes for Brady too.
It is a tougher schedule. That could help him out. So yeah, he could be a really, really nice piece.
So Michael's not out of the hunt or anything like that, but he really wants Tua.
Yeah, I guess so. He's tied with. Record-wise, he's tied with Tim right now, so anything could happen. It's all random.
And it's all random. I'm wondering if I could get Saquon Barkley from him.
Of course you're wondering that. You love Saquon.
If I could get Saquon and James Conner like I had last year, I would be so happy.
So happy.
Is there a good sound effect that'll make me happy right now?
No.
Okay, well, this has been a bust so far for sound bites.
Yeah,
Marvin Jones Jr., do you play him now?
I think he's still matchup based. I mean, this matchup says play him. It's Oakland. They're terrible.
Yeah, that's what it said about Philip Rivers too.
No, but this is a wide receiver.
Sure. I mean, look, the Marvin Jones. This is I have him in the other league too. So when he got his 38, I had him on the bench. Put him in the next week, got me 4. Benched him this week, got me 23 in my ESPN league. I think I'm gonna bench him this week and then just start rolling again.
Yeah.
But that's Kenny. Kenny moves to first overall, 7-2 after trailing only 1 week. I think last week was the only week where he wasn't in first place.
Yeah.
It was me, but we swapped positions. I took 3, and Kenny took first again. Tim and Cody. Tim and Cody. There we go. Thank you, Internet, for
I got this for Tim. Let's see if it works.
That was Tim's beautiful win of the week. So actually, this is the low score of the week, 94. So Tim would have...
he had 91, didn't he?
I thought he had 95.
Oh, I thought it was 91.
You might be right.
Yeah, 91. It is the low score.
Oh, you're right. 91 is the low score. I was looking at Wayne's 195. That's why I was thinking 95.
Oh, gotcha.
Tim, big win. Tim would have beaten a lot of people.
Yeah, everyone but Wayne.
Yeah. So Tim put up a monster week this week.
Well, Russell Wilson was a third of his points.
That's the high of the that's the high of the year, right? Like,
that is ridiculous.
That's the high for the quarterback.
50 points.
Yeah. So
5 touchdowns.
And so Tim was asking this week, do you play Russell Wilson against San Francisco on Monday Night Football?
You do. Just like I played Lamar Jackson against the Patriots.
Because I'll tell you what, if there's a team that's going to end the Niners' unbeaten streak, it's probably going to be a Seattle
it's gonna be
a rivalry game.
A rivalry game where anything can happen with a great quarterback.
Right.
It's yeah.
So, and I would be more comfortable losing. I told him this, and you were there. I would rather lose with Russell Wilson in my roster than Russell Wilson on the bench.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. If Russell Wilson puts up 15 points for me and I lose, fine. But if he puts up 56 points and I benched him, I feel really bad about that.
I'm going to shoot myself in the face.
Exactly. I want you to take this gun and shoot it at my groin until I'm dead. All right, well, that was a quick recap for this week. We wanted to get through that. So...
Is that the Ace Ballers podcast?
Yes, it is, random person. I love you, random citizen.
Thank you, fan.
So let's take a look at the brackets. What are we doing? The standings.
That's not the standings.
There's the standings. It's right there. Okay. How's everyone looking? Who do you want to be right now?
Who do I want to be? I always want to be me. That is my philosophy in life.
That's a good call.
Hey, look! I got the easiest schedule again.
Do you?
Oh, no, dang it. Kenny does. I have the easiest schedule in our division.
Oh, you do. Wow. Very nice. So, wow. Kenny continues to put curses on people.
Yep.
And they keep scoring their lows. That's amazing. That is really, really amazing. I guess it's true that generally the easiest schedule is usually first or second place throughout the year. And the hardest schedule is generally in last place or whatever.
It's generally Bailey.
It's generally Bailey.
or last year, Jason.
Did Bailey get last place last year?
No, he got second last. Peter got last.
Oh, that's
and
right.
that's why Peter quit. I'm just kidding. I don't know why.
Well, Bailey, you're 3 spots ahead of where you were last year, buddy. Good job.
Wow.
Because we only have
30
10
roster moves for you and for Jason. That's a lot of roster. 34 for Tim.
34 for Tim. Tim's, yeah. But I'm looking at my fab, and I'm just really low on fab. A lot of people are. Some people have almost all
right
their fab left. Yeah. But I mean, if you're atop your division right now, why?
If you're top of your division, you have all your fab for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I guess that's the defining factor.
It's an inverse correlation. So next year, don't spend fab, and you'll do much better. But yeah, so everyone in our division is still in it.
Yep.
And
the top 3 in the other.
Cody
and Bailey are pretty much out of it.
If the playoffs, dude, this is what's crazy right now, and I don't understand how this works. Tim is the same record as Michael. Mm-hmm. Tim is 0-4 in his division, and Michael is 2-3 in his division. But yet Tim is above Michael.
It's the points. That's got to be the points.
It has to be because he hasn't won any head-to-head matchups because he's 0-4.
I bet the divisional's more like when it's like 3 people are
tied. That goes to that.
Are tied, then it goes to a different tiebreaker.
Well, 1,233 points is really good. Who's over 1,300? Braden's over 1,300. I'm over 1,300, and Wayne has the most points now because
just under 1,300.
Wayne just.
If only I only scored 14 more points, I would have won and been at 1,300.
So Kenny got the biggest blowout, and Wayne got the most points. So we will update that when I can. But yeah, so there's your division. There's what it looks like right now.
Current standings right before the trade deadline.
I am very lucky to have waiver priority 8. Thank God.
Oh, yes.
I'm above Wayne and Kenny in case every single person in this league bids on the same person with the same dollar amount.
Yes.
But now let's go to our waiver headlines this week. So let's start with the fab stuff, and then we'll move to trades. This week, is it the November 6th stuff? Fab bids. Let's take
the bids.
Yeah, so there's 4 of them right here. Mm-hmm. This one and up. So we have the bid for Baltimore's defense.
$50.
That's a lot for a defense.
No, they're playing Cincinnati, they haven't won a game.
Oh man, that's not a lot for a defense then. That's actually really nice. Tim outbid by $7, so that was a good bid for Braden.
That's a nice.
Braden also wins Ronald Jones, who is in line to get more carries.
Yep.
But
Coach had good things to say. That's why I threw a $35 bid. Just why not?
Jameis Winston outbids me, or not Jameis Winston, but Jameis Winston goes to Cody, who outbid me by $20. Yeah, I was.
You went big at him.
Yeah, well, I'm really wishing I would have got him now because I had Phillip Rivers instead.
Why are these like you bid $0? Why it used to not show that?
It showed because I went after this guy, but I was outbid by.
I thought it used to not show that if someone. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it didn't. Yeah. Wow. Okay. He paid just enough money to get that kicker.
Yeah, he did. So
$1.
Not a lot of craziness going on here.
No.
But some noble things. Just spending money this time of year. And some people choosing not to spend money this time of year, and I'm not going to overspend, especially with the low dollar amount I have, in case someone becomes available.
Yep.
But let's check out the trades because there were some big trades this week.
So
as you see, I approved all of these.
Todd Gurley and Josh Gordon for Leonard Fournette.
Todd Gurley, Josh Gordon for Leonard Fournette. Michael received Todd Gurley and Josh Gordon, and Tim received Leonard Fournette. Who won that trade?
Probably Tim.
Tim. I think Tim too. Not that it's not like an unfair trade, because Todd Gurley's been getting in the end zone.
Yeah,
but
I'm
really hoping.
I think he got the better player, but it looks like Michael's not looking for one good player, but a lot of good players.
Yeah, because he needs to fill out his roster.
There's slightly lower quality players, but there's more of them, so he's filling out his roster.
It's kind of a risk, though, too, because Josh Gordon, there's no promise Josh Gordon gets playing time or even plays a lot this year or anything on that team.
Oh, just you watch. Russell Wilson is balling out, and he's going to use all his weapons.
But do you think it's worth it for Michael to trade Leonard Fournette for Todd Gurley and the shot of a Josh Gordon doing something on Seattle? Because, if you're going to go to a team, that's the team you want to go to. Russell Wilson's he's basically the MVP this year. So.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to the next trade.
Wow, that's a lot of players.
There's a lot of players involved in this trade. So let's take a look. Jason receives Patrick Mahomes,
there he goes.
Freeman.
He finally got his guy.
MVS. It took 9 weeks, but he made up for that big critical mistake of not taking Patrick Mahomes with the second overall pick.
Or in the second round.
He
tried to hold on to the third round, and it
and he gives away Dak Prescott, Austin Hooper, and Tyrell Williams.
So Dak Prescott just won Jason a game to keep him in contention, and he immediately throws him away.
Yeah.
That's messed up, man.
Austin Hooper is the big one for me because you do not get a lot of production from tight end spots, and he's the number one tight end regardless of who his quarterback is this year. Now,
their offensive line's so bad that they don't have much time for receivers to develop downfield
Right.
and everything, and they just got to dump it off to someone.
So that's crazy. I actually like Michael right now, his team, the way Michael's team looks. Adding a Todd Gurley, adding a Dak Prescott, taking a shot on a Josh Gordon, having Tyrell Williams.
Yeah, Tyrell Williams.
His team looks interesting
it
now.
Definitely looks more solid than it was.
So it's making me a little bit nervous, and I got to go against Patrick Mahomes this week, who is officially starting today. That was reported. He is going to be the starting
full
quarterback
practice
this week.
yesterday. He is.
All I can hope now
good
is
to
for
go.
a Patrick Mahomes season-ending injury. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes.
He retweaks his ankle in the first play of the game and gets 0 points. And fumbles it.
Exactly. That's all I
Then your 8 points for your quarterback look pretty good.
Supposedly there's a high risk. I mean, why would you play him this week when the following week you have a bye?
Practice? You want him to get...
You know when's a good time to practice? At practice.
Okay, well, not practice, but in-game, like...
Because it's been so long since he's played.
Is different than playing in practice.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing, and they probably want to get them good to go.
The doctor was saying, and I forget where I read this report, maybe it was like the sleeper app or something, but that
you should not download people. Don't bother with it.
It's like a 25% chance of re-injuring it, as opposed to if you wait another week, it's like a 12% chance, and then another week is like a 7% chance, and it just keeps decreasing like that. So why not just wait till after your bye to play it?
Because
they're in the hunt. They've only lost one game.
Because the Chiefs want you to beat Jason, so they want to put him in so he gets injured and you get.
That's good. Okay.
What's Dumpster Fire up to?
Oh, Dumpster Fire is actually he's playing me this week and he's off to a good start.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah. DF.
All right, and those are the trades.
No.
Those are the trades. Now, are we getting into the predictions?
I think so.
Let's get into the predictions. And just in case you forgot who we are,
I've forgotten. Who are we?
we are Pred?
We're Pred.
This is so weird.
We're the Predators.
We're the Predators. All right. I'm only doing this because this is a masterful way to cut up the fact that I'm just going to go on my computer and go to the matchups for this week.
Okay.
Okay. Are we ready to watch
we're
these painful matchups now?
Yes. Are we going to start?
Here we go.
Here you go. It's Kyle's battle.
It's Kyle versus Jason. Kyle throws out a Caterpie and Jason throws out a Charizard. Charizard ate Caterpie.
This is not good.
This is not good. What was I thinking? Okay, well, this is not my favorite thing.
I wonder
but
how these are going to sound off my phone through that microphone.
Since
we couldn't connect it to the computer this
That's
time.
true,
Sorry,
but maybe
guys.
if you send me those bites, I can just put them in over wherever you... Well, actually,
yeah.
that seems like a lot of work. All right, I'm up to a 15% chance to win this game.
Woo!
I'll have my kicker empty, though. That's probably why.
Oh, they had Melvin Gordon projected at 9 points. I thought he'd do double that. And he did.
Man, just Philip Rivers, man. What are you doing, bro?
He's throwing to the wrong team. He forgot he doesn't play for the Raiders.
So I'm not looking too good right now. I'm projected at 96, although I'll throw a kicker in there. And
throw a
that'll be
kicker, and
106.
that's another 40 points.
I will say, though, it's just, I went into a Thursday night game with 1 point from Darian Williams against Wayne. Ended up winning that game. I went in last week with 26 points from Kenyon Drake. Ended up losing last week.
Yeah.
It's so hard to predict these things. It's all random. It's just so hard to predict these things.
Yeah.
Who knows what? I mean, if Patrick Mahomes doesn't throw any touchdowns, that means Tyreek Hill doesn't get any touchdowns. You know?
It's true.
So who knows how all this works? But yeah, it's tough. This is to be a tough week for me to try and climb back from this. Mm-hmm. And a loss is not something I can take right now.
Well, you got Indianapolis going against Miami, although Miami's offense hasn't been too terrible lately. So
yeah, I have my Patriots guys on bias this week. So it's why I took Indianapolis' defense ahead of time and not paid very much money. So always plan ahead, especially for defenses if you're streaming defenses.
Or don't.
It's
your money.
It's all random.
You can throw it away if you want.
Well, not off to a good start. So, although James Conner is projected to get me 9.5 points while he's out.
That's impressive.
It's going to be a monster week for him. Let's go to your game against Kendrick. Oh, my God, Kendrick.
Yeah, I got to play number one.
So, Kendrick is below projections right now.
Yes. He was actually Mike Williams had like no points till like the middle of the third quarter when he caught a 45-yard pass for 6 points, and that was a majority of his points.
Yeah, jeez, man.
So it's fine. I have a lot of points projected, but I'd rather have a lot of points.
Drew Brees versus Atlanta. That's a great matchup for him. But Lamar Jackson against Cincy, I think he's going to run all over him.
Yeah, but I got Michael Thomas, so that will help cancel out some of those Drew Brees points.
Assuming they go to Michael Thomas.
He's the number one receiver on that team.
How are you trusting Mark Andrews for the rest of the year? How do you like him?
I don't know.
I know,
I
right?
don't know. I mean, last week was the Patriots. They
Yeah.
do like to take away the top option, which
is him.
basically him and Brown. So,
Cincy this week.
I gotta see, and if it
But
goes bad
Houston,
against
jeez.
Cincy, I might have to pivot.
If you can somehow get the first round bye, then you got him against the Jets and Cleveland.
Yeah.
So that's actually really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh, hey, look at your kicker.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He has Justin Tucker.
I forgot my kicker is.
You have. What am I doing?
I don't
My
know.
bad.
Oh, you're looking at Matt Gay.
I'm looking at Matt Gay. You have Matt Gay, good pickup against Arizona. Should get a lot of points. I really hope Jameis Winston just goes off this week.
Yeah.
Specifically to Chris Godwin.
I saw that game seems like two pretty good offenses, two pretty bad defenses.
Yeah.
Should have points. Grab the kicker. He'll get some of those points.
Grab the kicker. Well, I'm liking your chances in this game, although I do always say I never pick against Kendrick.
But you picked against him right
I
there.
picked against them this week. This was before the Thursday night. Before I knew what Williams did for Thursday night.
You have to pick before Thursday.
You have to pick. So yeah, Kendrick, I'm sorry. I finally picked against you, but I know it's going to bite me in the butt. I just did it just to do it. Bailey's team against Michael. Michael needs this win.
He does.
Because the teams you're supposed to beat, you need to beat. And he's sitting right here on 7th place. I didn't do
last week.
You don't want to be separated right here. A little lower. Michael's off to a good start. Bailey had some underperformers last night. Darren Waller especially underperformed last night. But I don't know. We'll see. I picked Michael. No, I picked Bailey for this game. I don't like that at all. Well, now I don't like it now looking in hindsight. I switched my pick to Michael over here on this side.
Now that I know what actually happened, I'm changing
my
opinion.
Marvin Jones Jr., I think he has a nice game against Chicago. Yeah, because here's the deal. Even if Chicago had a great defense, which they do, when your offense cannot move the ball or pick up first downs and the other offense is always on the field, it's just if something like eventually.
Yeah, but that's the thing is if Chicago can't score, isn't that a good thing for the running backs on Detroit more so than the deep threat guy?
Am I sensing a water bet?
I don't know. What are the
Marvin Jones Jr. gets at least 45 points for.
I'll take that bet.
For Michael this week.
45? Jeez. No, I'm not going to bet on that. That's ridiculous.
All right. Yeah, I still think Michael wins. Michael needs a win. You got it, buddy. You can do it.
Why you stay in contention?
Anybody else?
Oh, he had Eckler on the bench.
See, but I like because he has Dak Prescott now. He has Austin Hooper now.
He's got Prescott Cooper connection.
That's good. Oh God, that's a really I almost like that as much as I like Mahomes coming off an injury and Tyreek Hill. You know,
they both traded to get that, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that.
That's funny.
That's part of it. Just keep remembering your trade deadline is today. So if you want to make a trade,
it's tomorrow.
Whatever.
Is it the 8th or 9th?
I think it's.
Well, if they're watching it on Saturday, it's today.
It's today.
I'm pretty sure it's the 9th though.
The 9th. Okay.
I think so.
No, you're probably.
I can look at my phone while you talk to people.
This is just like Prescott and Cooper is great with Barkley and Gurley now with the number 1 tight end. All of a sudden, Michael's got like a team that's like
Devontae Parker, and not only that, but Preston Williams is out for the rest of the year.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
So like Parker's the receiver there now.
This is just I wouldn't.
And they're rolling with Fitzmagic, who likes to throw to receivers. So I mean, it's not bad.
And he's got Breida too.
Yeah.
Just as a backup. Man, Michael's team all of a sudden looks really good out of nowhere. Let's see. Let's go on to the next matchup. We're going to look at Wayne versus Cody. Cody, I want to win this game so bad. Cody, I need you to win. And Hunter Henry did his job. Got his touchdown yesterday, which was great.
Let's see. Trade deadline is November 9th.
Okay, so Saturday.
I don't know if that means it ends on the 9th or ends before the 9th.
Does that mean like tonight at midnight or tomorrow at midnight?
It's one of the midnights. Make your trades,
If you have a trade you have to do it today.
Yeah. Or else.
Okay, might not get.
Yeah. So, Wayne, they both had pretty good games. I mean, they both went over projection just a bit.
Basically,
this looks like it's going to be a close match.
I'm not off to a good start. And I need Wayne to lose because I'm probably going to lose to Jason. So I need to keep pace and have Wayne lose.
Yeah.
But man, he put up 195 last week.
Jacobs got that touchdown late to bust his projection.
Ooh, Watson on a bye.
Who's he got going? Man, you really should have talked him into playing.
You
almost did talk him into playing Phillip Rivers, but then you went and took him for some reason.
For some reason, it was a good reason. I thought I had it. Really.
No, Thursday is never a good reason. Unless you have to. Unless you're forced to do it.
Unless you're playing the other guy. Unless you're playing the opposite.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon.
You're playing the third round quarterback who's in because of injuries on Thursday.
That's the only time
That's
you
the
play
good
him.
play.
But Matt, also, Cody's also hit with buys this week too with Hyde, Chark, and Wentz.
Yep.
And I think Chark will be good the rest of the year too.
He's looking that way.
But I mean, does Foles coming back worry you at all?
No. Well,
because
Foles like D.D. Westbrook a lot, it seemed, in preseason everything.
100, like that fancy footballer stat.
100%.
100% of Nick Foles' touchdowns this year have gone to Chark. So, there you go. So please, Cody, please win this game. Please, please, please. I'll trade you players today to help you win. Because I'm going to lose this week, so I need you to win.
I'm going to blow up my team.
I'm going to blow up my team.
I'm going to lose every other week because I blew up my team.
Finally, Braden versus Tim. This is the game of the week in my mind because this is the championship matchup from last year.
And
jeez, Tim, what the hell?
That is not a good projection. What is going on with that?
Tim, hold on. Let me just blow this up for you guys. Tim's guy gets above projected point values, but yet he's still projected at 111.
Well, he got above by half a point.
So he clearly has people on bye. Mm-hmm. He's hurting. Who's he got? He's got everybody.
Hopkins and Fournette.
He's got the bipocalypse going on. So this Fournette acquisition was Michael needed to win this week, and he's sandbagging for weeks. Remember last year at this
same record.
Last year at this time, Fournette was the scandal, the controversy that we had.
Oh, that's right. The big drop.
Oh my God! Cody drops him. Wayne spends $9,000 on him, and got him 4 points, and then immediately dropped him after that.
That was pretty bad.
Okay, and that is Braden.
Braden's got Christian McCaffrey, so that's a guaranteed 50 points.
That's true. So Braden starts out with 50 points right there.
He's got Russell Wilson. That's another 50 points.
I need Tim to win this game too. Man, this is going to be a tough week for me.
Yeah, Tim win. I'll give you more Final Fantasy music.
Yeah, Tim. Oh, that's perfect. We'll have more Final Fantasy music ready. I guess that's it. I guess it's shorter episode.
I hope that music went through. We'll have to see in post.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're trying to get this set up, getting a soundboard.
I want the soundboard set up because it's a lot more fun when you can just like put random sound bites into these things.
Yes.
But we have to figure out a way to do the soundboard so it can record like clean audio on here.
Yeah, if we could get it to go into the computer instead of through the microphone, it would be much better. And that's what we're working on for you guys. And I'm willing to spend. And I guess mostly for us because I think we're the ones who watch this.
That's true. This is really just for us. We're going to be on the internet forever. I'm willing to spend upwards of $2,000 on this for next year's setup. We just need to not do this in the build room. It's just so much noise. Everything's going around.
I know.
It's terrible.
When I buy a house, I'll make that studio room.
That's a really good idea. Buy a house. Just
what I'm trying to do. Just
put it in the budget. Put it in the fantasy football budget.
It'll be, and then it'll be a tax write-off.
You guys can chip in for Kevin's house in our studio this year. We'll take 10% out of every year for the next 10,000 years of the pot, so we can eventually get something that's respectable. All right. Well, that was this week. Remember, if you want to make your trades now, because you're not going to be able to make your trades very much longer.
And honestly, you're probably watching this after you should have made your trade. So
in fact, we're coming to
get to your time machines
and go back in time and get off your flying cell phone scooters and make trades. We'll see you next time. Have a good week. Later.
Peace.